were speaking about jealousy last time. Now we're moving on to Zerizut. Zerizut means it's a ma'ala gdola leTorah mitzvot. It's gam le'inyan takanat ha'olam hazeh u'midat tzadikim. Eagerness, being not lazy, opposite of lazy, being eager to do mitzvot is a great virtue. It is a sign of tzadikim. As it says, Zerizin makdimin la mitzvot. Those who are eager for the mitzvah, they love the mitzvah, they do it right away. We learn from Avraham Avinu, he got up early to do the Akedah, Vishkam Avraham Baboker. So the sign of the great tzaddikim is not to be lazy, to get out of bed. Even though it was a very hard mitzvah for him to do it, to kill his only son, still did it. Why? Hashem said so. A person who does everything with eagerness, it's a big sign he loves HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What happens a lot of times to people with laziness? People with laziness, they overthink. What do they overthink? You know that lazy guy, how he thinks, right? Okay, so now it's, I'll do it in 20 minutes. If I sleep another 5 minutes, and then I'll be able to get up, dress 5 minutes, then I'll walk there 5 minutes, I'll get there by the time Wudu starts, right? Or sometimes the guy who's lazy, he thinks, and he thinks for the negative. What does he do? No, it's 10 minutes till Wudu, by the time I get dressed, anyways, I'm going to get there, it's going to be too late, by the time I put tefillin, they're already going to be ishtabach, I'm not going to be able to make it, better to go next minyan. I'll go next minyan. Then he wakes up again, alarm. Oh, if by the time I go to this minyan, like this, he makes a calculation every time. His calculations tell him, you're not supposed to go to minyan. Next minyan, better I pray home. By the time I go to shul, it'll be too late. I have to come back home for work, and then I take the kids, and so all these calculations, they make him what? They make him confused. They make him think that I can't do what I'm supposed to do. A person who clears his mind and he focuses on just doing the mitzvah, he doesn't make all these side calculations, he will undoubtedly be eager to act upon it. What is laziness? I heard somebody say something beautiful. Laziness is where you put emphasis on the effort. And therefore, when you see how much effort something requires, you get nervous, you get overwhelmed. But a person who loves the mitzvot, who is not lazy, he focuses on the outcome. He says, the outcome is so worth it, I don't care about the effort. The effort, I'll do the effort. Lazy person only focuses on the effort. He says, yeah, it's a nice outcome, but look how much effort you have to do. I'd rather not. Let me go find a different way to do it. You know, there's some businessmen, they say, hire lazy workers. Why? That way they're always going to find the easiest way to do things, right? But at the same time, what if there's no easy way to do it? There's only hard way to do it, so then they're not going to do it, right? So at the end of the day, a person who wants to change himself from a lazy person, he has to start focusing on the outcome. Don't focus on effort. Effort, that's not up to us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give us strength. He'll give us the ability to do it. If we look for the outcome, then we're going to push ourselves, and once we push ourselves, Hashem's going to do the rest. So therefore it says that Avraham Avinu, he pushed all his thoughts. He said, how is Hashem going to give me children? And now he gave me a son. Now he's telling me to kill him. It doesn't make any sense. Since when do we do a human sacrifice in the Torah? Doesn't make any sense. All these things he threw out from his mind. He wasn't complicated. He said, Hashem said, I got to do it. How is this going to work? I have no idea. Main thing is I try. And he got up early in the morning and he went. And he says, first midah we got to work on to serve Hashem is eagerness. A lazy guy, it's going to be very hard for him to serve Hashem. Because lazy, you have to push yourself. All of Judaism is to push yourself. All of Judaism is overcoming your desire. If you have laziness, you can't do the simple job of getting up in the morning, simple job of just pushing yourself. So then how are you going to fulfill any mitzvah? Every single mitzvah is pushing yourself over your comfort zone. Therefore, a person has to eat, drink, sleep, take care of your needs the right way. All of these things requires overcoming laziness, overcoming your desires. Therefore, a person has to say, number one, I think I have to work on is laziness. A lot of times, laziness, what does it tell you? It says, no, don't learn now. Now is not a good time. Later, when you learn later, it'll be fine. What happens? The class is 8:45. Rabbi, it's too late. I'm going to be too tired. I have to wake up the next day. It's too late. Then you make it 7:30. No, Rabbi, it's too early. What we did? We just came home from work. How are you going to make learning? a different time, now is not a good time. Now I'm very busy at work. Later it's going to be better, let things slow down. Now it's going to be, how some old school people, I ask them to do something. What do they say? No, now it's Hanukkah, listen, now it's Hanukkah, now it's a good time. Then next week, it's winter vacation. No, after winter vacation, then we talk. And after it's winter vacation, no, listen, it's now everybody got sick. It's a flu, it's not a good time. It's cold outside. And then, now it's Purim, after holiday Purim, we talk, Like this the whole year, he keeps you rolling. Always excuse. You can find another excuse. Yeah. Yeah, after. So therefore, that's why the sages say, Al tomar kisheifne eshne. Don't say when I will become free, I will learn. Shema lo tepane, because like this, you're always gonna say, I don't have time. I can't. You're not gonna be free to learn. Velo tishne, you're not gonna learn at all. Gam al yomar adam et erev hukvar. He says, a person can say, it's already evening. How can I go learn? If I'll go to learn, I'll have to stop very soon to daven, right? So by the time I get to the shul, by the time this, by the time that, it's not worth it, I'll stay home. Instead of learning 20 minutes, learning half an hour, learning an hour, he learns nothing. Why? Because he says it's not worth it. Even if you get one word in, it's better than everything else in the world. God forbid, Mishlei says, the one who turns his ear from hearing Torah, gam tefilato to'eva. Even his prayer is an abomination. Hashem says, I want to talk to you. When does Hashem talk to us? When we read his Torah. And Hashem says, come to learn in the evening, and you don't show up. You're busy watching Netflix. You're busy with in the guy's party. You're busy with all this other stuff. What happens? So then Hashem says, you don't want to listen to me when I talk to you, Torah. I'm waiting night Seder, you don't come. But in the morning, you come and you ask me for a lot of things. I have to listen to you. You don't want to listen to me, I don't listen to you.
If you wake up Baboker, he's going to listen to you.
Opa. But you have to go to learn. You have to go to learn before Baboker.
Yeah, sure.
Right? He says a lot of times also, for example, in many shuls, the rabbi gives a Torah talk. Right? And during the Torah talk, between the prayers, people like to leave. Or people like to, go to sleep. Or people like to do their own thing. Right? He says, according to this, Hashem also judges. Because he says, you have a Dvar Torah here. And you're not listening to Dvar Torah. And right away you're going to pray. That's the biggest reason why Hashem, your prayer won't work. Because you're disgracing it. You're not listening to what Hashem has to say. And therefore, why should Hashem listen to you? As it says, what did King Solomon say? Tov li Torah picha, me'alfe zahav chesef. He says, the words of your Torah, Hashem, is worth it to me more than thousands of coins of gold and silver. And King David said, Ki tov yom mehatzerecha me'alef. It's better one day in Bet Midrash than to have 1,000 elsewhere. What is 1,000 elsewhere? It means that one day of Torah study is better to Hashem than 1,000 offerings of Shlomo on the Mizbeach. And what do? We think other things are more important. We have to realize, we have to be eager to do the mitzvot. And especially learn Torah. He says, in Pinchas Ben Yair, Mesilat Yesharim, he bases his whole book on the teaching of Pinchas Ben Yair. What do you say? Eagerness leads to cleanliness, staying away from sin. And cleanliness leads to abstention. All right, and then abstention leads to purity, purity to holiness, holiness humility, humility fear of sin to piety, piety the Ruach HaKodesh Tiyat HaMetim. So you see that everything starts from what? Eagerness. The first thing, you want to get the Ruach HaKodesh, calm down, relax. Start with laziness. If you don't have laziness, no way you'll get the Ruach HaKodesh. He says, Midat Rizud Itachshid Chol HaMidot. Eagerness is the ornament, it's a beautiful trait, perfects all the other traits. And therefore, a person has to make sure to always get reminders what he's lazy about. You have to really learn Musar. Your rabbi has to point out to you what you're lazy about. And a person has to know that you're not lazy for work, right? You're not lazy to go play basketball. You're not lazy to go to your friend's party. All of a sudden, he says, he came home dead from work. From work, he's exhausted. And what do you do? Where are you getting dressed up? You shower, you put nice jacket, everything. Your shvo, I have to go to your shvo. He says, I have to go to a wedding. I have to go to my friend's barbecue. But you're exhausted, you said. Every day from work, you work like a dog. You're exhausted. No, I have. What are people going to say? I said exactly the same thing. You come home from work, you've got to say, I get dressed, I'm going, where are you going? The wife asks you, where are you going? I'm going to learn. You had worked so long. You didn't spend time with us. How are you going to go learn? I said, what do you mean? What is Hashem going to say? Yesterday he said, what are my friends going to say? Today he says, what is Hashem going to say? I have to be worried about Hashem going to say. If I have no strength to go over there, I have to have strength to go to learn also. There's a story we said many times. There was boys from two rabbis when they were younger, Bachurim, in Shiva. So there was a train they had to take to go to their friend's wedding in a different city. So they went to the train, and they were supposed to go to a certain train, and that train, they missed it. They missed the train. So then so they had to get the next train, but the next train they were gonna get there late, and by the time they get there and they stay there and come back, it's gonna be 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was like a 10 o'clock train they had to catch. And they missed the 8 o'clock train. So one guy said, no, let's go, at least let's get the 10 o'clock train. He said, no, I'm not going. He said, why? It's our friend. He says, it doesn't sit well with me. He says, what happened? He says, every night, what do I tell myself? I don't learn in the evening. Why? Because then I said, I'm tired. I can't go to sleep too late. I have to have strength in the morning. So I don't learn it so much at night. He says, now you tell me to take the 10 o'clock train. I'm going to stay up so late to go to a wedding. This I'm going to have strength for? This I'm going to go stay up late, and every night I don't learn because I say I need to have strength. But all of a sudden now I don't need to go to sleep on time? He says, no, this I can't. It's going to be a sheker. So I'd rather not go. I'd rather go to sleep like normal. That way I shouldn't go and make a lie of myself. Hashem won't judge me. It says the same thing. Shabbat, during the week, a person says, why don't you learn? Rabbi, I work. Listen, I work very hard, this, that. So Shabbat, what do? There's no work. No, Rabbi, Shabbat is to sleep. Shabbat, day of rest. Chai, okay, Shabbat, one day you get recharged. So Hashem says, Hashem doesn't forgive that, but let's say, put it on the side. And then Pele says, what about Chol Hamoed? Many days in a row of no work, right? Winter vacation, you take off. All of a sudden, there's no work. What do you do on winter vacation? Hashem says, over there, well, you think I'm a friar? I see. So the person has to be honest to himself. If you have strength there, you should have strength here for Hashem's Torah also.